Yes, gents, welcome to Coffee with Al. Hope you're doing great. Happy Monday. So what we're talking about today is like what you think versus sort of like what's actually going on, what's actually happening, okay? Because they're two very different things. Our mind will tell us everything's okay, it's fine, like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. It'll just try and protect us as much as we can, okay? It'll try to avoid the sort of, the confrontation, okay? Like, in obviously in your business, perhaps in any other sort of relationship as well. It does, like, how many times it's avoiding that conversation, avoiding those awkward moments, avoiding that sort of confrontation, because, again, it's vulnerable, it's exposing, it's, like, it doesn't like sort of that being in that position, okay? So we'll try and hide everything you can to it. But what's actually happening then is sort of perhaps the situation most of the time is getting worse, okay? The more you put something off, okay, the worse it's getting, because like, so sometimes they'll just say, oh yeah, how's this sort of like, what do you think? It thinks it's been a good week, think you're training hard, whatever. Well, like, so I think I'm doing well, I think I'm losing weight, I feel better. Okay, yeah, like feeling better is good, but like, so I think you're losing weight. Oh, just I feel like this. Oh, well, what's actually happening then? What does the sort of the numbers say? What do the results say? What do your measurements say? Okay, I think I'm eating good. Okay, so what does that mean? Like, are you like? Let's have a look at my fitness pal and what is that actually happening? Are you eating good? Are you eating healthy? Are you sort of eating like I'm eating? I don't eat much, okay? Is that sort of actually happening? We don't know, because again, it's just a story you were telling yourself that has no sort of evidence, okay? And this is what happens. This is what sort of, again, we tell ourselves stories, justifications, but there's no real like sort of evidence to it, okay? Oh, I've tried like a sort of, like we say stuff all the time, eat like just rolls off the tongue, just sort of, oh, I've tried 1,000 times. Everyone's doing it. I was like, okay, well, name 1,000 then. Who's everyone then? And these are just sort of things that I can't like sort of like I've been caught on. And I sort of when I'm talking to my guys and just clients and just like the sort of the language they use and just like, oh yeah, eating's good, bro. What does that mean? Okay, where's your evidence for that? Okay, because it's just like where's that come from? Why do you think eating's good? What makes you come to that sort of conclusion? Okay, and this is not sort of like in a negative way. It's just sort of obviously trying to get them to highlight that sort of our mind and like how we sort of perceive it up here is completely different to what like the actual numbers and the actual reality. Okay, because like I said, the mind will do everything to justify it, make sure everything's okay, sweep stuff under the rug, it's all good. Rather than sort of like, okay, right, we need to confront this now, okay, if we actually want to move forward. Otherwise, it's going to build up and it's going to get worse, okay? Because that's what people go, oh, I'll start the gym Monday, I'll start next week, so it's not that bad, I can deal with this. I'm all right, I haven't drunk that much this week. I'll start next month. Like I said, they just put it off, they avoid it, they think everything's okay until sort of it's 6 months down the line or like 6 years down the line, and then they're like, oh, shit. Okay, like this is so much worse than I thought. Okay, why didn't I start before? Okay, again, because your mind just like sort of protected you. It wanted you to think everything's fine. You know that well. No, you're fine. Carry on. Like he's much bigger. Like sort of, you're not that bad. Okay, you can do it. You just crack on as usual. Okay, so that's the sort of what happens is that our mind will tell us so many stories and perceive it and give us a smokescreen of just like everything's fine. Just all bullshit, and it just sort of paint this picture that it's just like everything's okay. Don't like just carry on doing what you're doing. Like it's all rosy. Oh, don't bother doing that. Oh, this conversation you need to have. Oh, I need to speak to this person. I need to speak to my boss. I need to speak to my partner. I need to confront them about this. Talk about that. No, it's all right. Just they're busy now. You're busy. Don't worry about it. And what happens? You ignore it, and then again, it comes and rears its head like in a few weeks or a few months time, and then bam, it's fucking much worse than it should have been, okay? It's just blown up in proportion, okay? And that's what happens, okay? When we sort of listen to our mind and just sort of think everything's okay, like it gives you that smokescreen because we just believe it, okay? Because it's so pretty, just like, oh, yeah, I'll start back in January, I'll start back, so that's when everyone's doing it. There's no point starting now. Oh, it's been a crap year, all these different things, rather than just sort of, right, well, no, you can start now. You can people are sort of losing weight now, okay? Like now is the best time to take fucking advantage of it, okay? People tell us like, oh, like sort of everyone's struggling, like gaining weight in lockdown, everyone is getting done it. It's like, no, not really. No, a lot of people I know are in the best shape of their life, okay? But it's all about sort of the conversations and listening to that mind, okay? And the difference between what's sort of the conversations here, what you actually think, on what you believe, and then what's actually happening, okay? What is the reality, okay? Two different things. Like sort of when, people are saying, oh, my eating's pretty good. What does that mean? Okay, well, let's go through it then. Let's really dissect it in terms of numbers, and we'll see how good it is, okay? And then it's like, well, it's not that good. Your calories are too high. That's why you're not progressing, okay? It's just like, how active have you been this week? Oh, I've been pretty active. Right, how many steps have you got in each day? Well, when you actually look at the numbers, like, it's like, I've only had 4,000 steps. I've only had 2,000 steps. We should be on 10,000 a day, mate. Okay? So then it's just when you confront the emotions with reality, it's like, oh, shit. You realize, like, how much this is just trying to sort of, like, pull fucking the wool over your eyes, okay? It's like when you don't think you've spent that much. Oh, I didn't spend that much. And then you look at your fucking bank statement. You log into your banking app and you're like, oh, shit. Fuck. How did I spend that much last night? Fuck. Where did that come from? Okay? And that's the same scenario, because your mind will just protect you. It doesn't want to sort of face the reality of just like logging into your bank account and seeing the sort of the numbers and just like, wow, you spent like £200. Wow. I thought I only tapped sort of contactless a few times. It wasn't like, and then just, wow. Okay. So is this the same principle? So where in your life now are you sort of doing that? Or where are you just sort of like saying everything's okay, when you know perhaps you need to sort of face some sort of music, you need to confront something, or you need to take some action, okay? Because I guarantee you, if you sort of like really overcome it, start taking that action, look at sort of where you're at, get that sort of reality check, it gives you a massive kick up the arse, okay? Like a big one is sort of like when guys sort of start taking their photos. I don't want to take photos because like, I don't know, just I'll start taking photos when I get in shape. And it's just like when they actually start losing weight, I was like, I wish I'd taken it at the start. And I was like, yeah, see, like it's the thing, you just didn't want to do it at the time. Your mind didn't want to be vulnerable and like to take those photos. And what happens when you do take the photos, gives you a kick up the arse. You're like, fucking hell, I need to change that, okay? And then when you do week to week, you know, right, I've got to take my photo, I've got to face the music. It gives you the accountability and it makes you want to take bigger actions, okay? So hope that helps, gents. Hope that gives you a big perspective. So realize that, become aware of that. Like where you just sort of like saying everything's okay, sweeping under a rug, just pretending like putting a brave face on, listen to your mind when you should be just like really actually looking at the reality, okay? Hope that helps, gents. Any help you need, reach out.